Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, got some new comics this week. Didn't have to go to work today, so got to pick up my comics early. I haven't read them carefully, but I'll still show you what I got. Before we get into the comics, I got some interesting change lately. I show a few people. I don't know how many people remember this, but I just got a $2 bill at the liquor store. The president on there is Jefferson. And on the other side is the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And I just thought this was interesting because I don't know how many people remember or, are aware, but I haven't seen one of these in like years, probably since the early 80s. These originally came out during the mid-late 70s, and they basically came out to commemorate the bicentennial. So 1976 was the 200th year of the uh, signing of the Declaration of Independence for the United States of America, and there are all kinds of people doing all kinds of celebrations and things like that. And like I said, these came out, and they were big for a while, and then I think they kind of you just don't see them as much anymore. And I just thought that was interesting because, like I said, I literally have not seen one of these since in this area anyway, since the 80s. I also got this, and I'm sure I got it by mistake. This is one of those George Washington $1 coins that came out like about, I'd say, roughly 15 years ago. And the thing with this is, here's the Statue of Liberty on this side. It's $1. And the thing with this is people were into it for a second when they first came out. And then after a while, it became kind of bothersome because people kept mistaking them for quarters. So here's a regular quarter that's worth 25 cents. And then here's your dollar, your George Washington. I messed up here. I meant to do this. And then here's your dollar, and they're almost the same size. So a lot of times you hand somebody one of these dollars, and they think you're trying to scam them by giving them a quarter or whatever. So you don't see them around as much anymore. So I just thought it was interesting. Just see this currency that's just not as widely used as it used to be. Okay, so here's some of the comics I got. I Hate Fairyland, #4, Scotty Young. Gruesome cover here. There's a funny back cover here too. I got Astro City 31. This is Kurt Busiek, and who's the art this time? The art is let's see here. The art is Jesus Marino. Yeah, the art's a little bit different than the normal artist. I don't know what's been going on with Brent Anderson. He hasn't been doing it regularly, it looks like. So there's some more art. Kind of weird and spooky. Okay, so that looks kind of interesting. Got Captain Marvel #1 by that's not right. I'm fumbling around here looking for the credits. Okay, so the writing is by Michelle Fazekas and Tara Butters, and the art is by Chris Anka. It looks, I haven't read it carefully, but it looks kind of interesting. It looks like it's Carol Danvers teaming up with former members of Alpha Flight. And there's James Rhodes, who of course is not in Alpha Flight. Looks like they've set up some sort of space station or something. So it looks kind of interesting. The guy at the comic book store said it was pretty good. So, okay. I also got Dark Tower Drawing of 3 adaptation of a Stephen King story. So I've got number 4 of 5 and number 5 of 5. So I'm looking forward to reading these. I got Hellcat number 2, and the writing is by Capt and artist Brittany L. Williams. And it looks like in this issue, it has something to do with Patsy Walker getting a job in retail. And it looks like, oh, the wacky misadventures there within, I guess. I'm looking forward to reading this. A little bit earlier today, I actually was going back and forth with somebody on a particular website because their opinion of this cover was that this cover was symptomatic of a trend he saw at Marvel, where instead of people being progressive, it was being exclusionary and anti-men. And I'm like, it's girls having lunch at a diner. Okay, you know what I mean? I don't see the misandry. It's not. It's not up against the wall, you sexist pigs or something. It's girls having lunch. Girls have always had lunch. Superhero girls having lunch. I don't see what the problem with that is. But this person seemed to think it was exclusionary and anti-male and reverse sexism or something. So I don't know. Also got Hangman number 2 from Archie Comics Dark Circle Comics. Let's see here. The writing is by Frank. I'm going to say his name wrong. Thierry, and the art is Felix Ruiz. And I actually kind of wish I liked the art better. It's just kind of really scratchy here. But I like the story from the first issue, and having not given this one a careful read yet, it looks like we might be getting a little background onto who the Hangman is and what his deal is. It looks like there's some deal with hell and Satan and the devil or something like that. So I'm really interested in reading that. And I also got Super Zero number 2. I haven't read this yet. The story is by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, and the art is by Rafael Del La Torre. I do like the art. Here. So, oh. So yeah, I'll be interested in reading what goes on in this issue as well. So it's basically the story of this girl who kind of daydreams about being a superhero, but reality is far from, those kind of larger than life adventures, or at least so far. So it seems like she tries to give herself superpowers and things backfire. So anyway, that's it. Like I said, I haven't given them a careful read. If anything sticks out, maybe I'll do a more careful or more in-depth review. I might put up another random review of some older comics, depending on how much time I have in the next couple of days. But that's it. I got to thank you very much for listening, and everybody have a great day.